Hello and welcome to another one of Lavathing9's audio commentary replays of Civilization Wars for Warcraft 3. So yeah, right now I am playing with Sucky $10 and what's the other guy's name? Taker 101. So obviously most of you probably know Sucky $10. I personally haven't heard of Taker 101 before, but he was saying he's in-house, so I guess that counts for something, right? And we're against Professor Merrick, FLR Kubica, and Rit2 Hor. I am on bottom this time. I let Sucky take mid this time because I want to talk a little bit, well, I was planning on talking a little bit about bottom with this replay, but the game gets cut a little short, as you'll see soon enough. But yeah, so a few things I wanted to discuss with this since it's such a short replay. I wanted to discuss some wonders that people have been using a lot lately, and whether they're really viable or not. Now, obviously, people know that one of the most unviable wonders is the mausoleum, and some of the most used wonders in this beta version right now are the obelisk, Leonardo's workshop, Sun Tzu's War Academy, Lighthouse, and those are like some of the main ones that are built right in the beginning. And then of course you get your Cathedral, Bazaar, Trading Company, all the lanes, marketing, rock and roll, Statue of Liberty, Transcontinental Railroad, etc., etc. But I want to talk about some of those early wonders that I mentioned first off. Now the obelisk, first thing, gives you 2 food, so it's the equivalent of a granary. I'll highlight it right here. Gives you 2 food, spawns a savage warrior, and gives you 10 income in both gold and materials. Now a lot of people build this right off the bat, and one problem I see with that is that a lot of times it'll get stolen from you if you're not really quick about it. It really comes down to a battle of the person who can click the fastest. So what I like to do is, like I did in the last video, I like to build my camps on mid first, wait a minute or two, and if they don't build the obelisk, I'll build that for the income and for the granary, and a lot of times I'll deact it really soon to get that great leader chance, if not immediately. And yeah, so that's about all I have to say on the obelisk. I mean, obviously it returns its money after a little bit. I personally like doing it on mid just for that extra little boost of income, and it gives you that food early on, which you'll need. And then also, not only does it give you that food, it also doesn't take food away like a normal savage would. It gives you a savage, so you don't have to spend food, and then you also get food in return, so it's giving you more than 2 food in reality. So let's move on to Sun Tzu's War Academy. Now, this used to be kind of a tabooed wonder, like the mausoleum is right now, where no one really used it, and it was kind of a joke. But recently, I've noticed that a lot of people have been liking to use this wonder, and now I see a few problems with it. Obviously, it's cheap, and you get your 4 peasant with it and your warlord. But the only really effective way I see of using it is on the middle lane, like Sucky does right here, because that way, if they aren't fighting mid really hard and they've kind of given up, you can put that up there, and you know that'll ensure your lane control for quite a while, because they'll have to reactivate a lot of stuff to take back past the Suns. A lot of people build it on bottom, which I don't understand really, because bottom, almost always you want to give your bottom a general, and by making this Suns, you're giving them a warlord, which is kind of like counterintuitive, because all you're really paying for then is the 2 peasant, and you can get 2 peasant cheaper for what the Suns is. Suns, most of it's a cost effectiveness comes from getting that warlord. So I really don't recommend anyone using it on bottom, because either your bottom's going to be stuck with that warlord, not a general, and they'll more than likely get their lane taken from them, or you have to buy a general, which kind of like is not cost effective considering you bought that War Academy. So we only have a couple minutes left in this replay, so I'm going to jump into Leonardo's workshop real quick. If any of you have played with me before, you know I'm not a real fan of Leonardo's workshop. I know a lot of people are a fan of Leonardo's workshop. A few things I'd like to touch on. You get, with Leonardo's workshop, if my memory serves, you get a windmill, be used like a university, and it spawns a list. One problem is, though, you can't upgrade Leonardo's workshop into a field cannon, which, just like the War Academy, poses a problem of not being able to upgrade to the next tier, especially if you're using it on bottom, which is the only place you really see Leonardo. You don't see it being used on mid a lot. So if you use Leonardo's, it benefits the person that makes it because they get that early university, the cheaper university, and also they get a windmill. So especially if they get that with the obelisk, it works as a 3 granaries basically worth of food, which is a huge bonus. But the problem is you can't give bottom a field cannon from that Leonardo's workshop. So you're effectively, just like if you built the War Academy down there, you'll have to pay more to get that next tier by making it like you normally would, or your bottom just doesn't get that tier, which either way poses a significant problem, I think, because if you don't give it to them, the more than likely they're going to lose the game, or not lose the game, lose the lane. And if you do give it to them, then you're out money, and that money that you're out is almost like the money you saved by buying the Wonder in the first place. So like I said, I'm not a huge fan. Maybe you guys can comment below, tell me what you think about it. I'll be posting these on the forums too, so maybe you guys can just give me some ideas on what you think about this. And I'm at the end of the replay right now, but I wanted to jump into something real quick before we end this. The last wonder I wanted to talk about was the lighthouse. Recently this has been getting a lot of usage. Spawns the all 3 tier 1 C units. You know, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, obviously it more than likely will give you the top lane for quite a while. But you know, my strategy, what I try to do now when I'm middle with top, I put up 2 docks like I said in the last video, and I make one into a leader, one into a longboat. That longboat goes to a fire ship, and then the fire ship goes to a frigate or ironclad, depending on the situation, and then into a sub eventually, which will more than likely keep the lane for a while, just like the lighthouse will. It's just a matter of your when you want your capture that lane to be. The lighthouse obviously only provides lane capture for early game. Meanwhile, if you do it the other way that I just explained, you can get it from all the way from mid to end game, because you're giving them that 1 tier higher than what the 2 top players are probably at, maybe even 2 tiers higher, which will significantly help your top move the lane. So I think, and plus you can upgrade it as well. So, like, this is kind of just my playstyle. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. A lot of you probably won't agree. Some of you might agree, but I'm just kind of proposing a different viewpoint. Not really saying this is the only definitive way to go about this, but I really kind of don't like the lighthouse that much. I mean, it's obviously very effective in what it's meant to do, but I almost like sacrificing that beginning game. Although it's crucial to have top early for that extra gold income, which can be extremely valuable. I almost like just doing those 2 docks, like I said, into the leader, and then into the Raider longboat branch in the tech tree. So I don't know. That's just kind of what I think. How about you guys? If you want, you can leave a comment below the video right there. Tell me what you think, and I'll bring it up in the next video. And I'll also be posting this on the forums. You guys can give it a reply on that topic as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully this comes out in better quality than the last one did. So this is Lavathing9 signing.